Back to School Around the World, Level 1. Special Traditions. In most countries, there are special traditions on the first day of school. For example, in Japan, first-year students receive a special gift that will help them in school. In Germany, students receive a cone filled with candy and school supplies. The gifts mean that there is a big change happening in their lives. In the United States, many families go shopping for new clothes and supplies. In Vietnam and Belarus, students have a special performance on the first day of school. What are some of your first day of school traditions? The importance of community. Going back to school is a holiday in some countries around the world. Back to school is celebrated with the community. For example, in Indonesia, students create groups and do activities that build a community. The goal is to learn about students in their class before they start school. In Russia, families celebrate outside of the school. In the United States, there are special back-to-school parties in communities. These parties celebrate the return of going to school. How did you celebrate going back to school this year? The first day of school. The world is divided into the northern and southern hemisphere. Countries in the northern hemisphere start school in September. Schools in the southern hemisphere start school in late January. Australia and Brazil are in the southern hemisphere. School starts in January in Australia and Brazil. Mexico and the United States are in the northern hemisphere. School starts in September and ends in May in the United States and Mexico. From January to December, students are going back to school somewhere in the world. World conflicts and school. There are many students who are enjoying their first day of school around the world. Many students around the world have a different story. In some countries, there are wars and conflicts. This affects the students going back to school. There are over 262 million children around the world who are not in school. Every child in the world has the right to an education. Having an education is a basic human right that is given to everyone in the world. There are many children around the world who are not given this basic right. There are organizations that help children around the world go to school. What can you do today to help students receive an education?